with the passing of generations. May we never forget what they have done. Help us to be worthy of their sacrifice. Oh God, help us to be worthy of their sacrifice. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. You can all have a seat, please. This time I want to call to your attention the POW table ceremony. Do we have a speaker?
No. Oh, it's going to be back there again. Okay.
Ben Feliz and Rudy Bedoya. Thank you.
Actually, it's Benjamin Felix and Rudy Bell. Before I present the table, I would like to share something with you that's very significant to me. That is my cane. I'm going to do it without the microphone and try to be as loud as I can so you can hear me. As you can see, my cane has several Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have quite a significance to me. Beginning with the top of the cane, I have the POW, meaning I will never forget those who never return, whether they're past or they're captive. Coming down is the Brown Water Navy, which is the unit that I served while I was in Vietnam. Coming down, I have the American flag, which shows that I am an American. Followed by the Tet Offensive of '68, which is the period of time when I served in Vietnam. Going down, it's got the Vietnam service ribbon. But below that, you see a skull. Okay, the skull signifies that every time we were in the river, being that I was a brown water sailor, we were in, I belonged to the river, the Mobile River in force. And every single day that we were in the river, we were facing death. We didn't know where we were going to return to our base or not. Following that, it has a Mexican flag. Mexican flag represents my heritage, because regardless of what I am an American, but my heritage is Mexico. Following on the bottom and almost to the last, it says Dinky Dao. For those Vietnam veterans will understand what Dinky Dao means. That means while I was there, several times I was told I was either crazy or I had a lot of guts, because I did some stupid things that could have cost me my life, but I did it for my country. And that represents my service in the military. Upon return, that's the reason I put it in the back. I found out that I had been sprayed by chemicals. It says I've been sprayed and betrayed, because I was never told until I started suffering the consequences for that spray, for those chemicals that I was breathing, that I was absorbing through my skin. And that's what represents, that's what my cane has. It's actually my military life in here. And with this, I will go ahead and describe the table for you. Thank you. As you can see, that the table has a chair in there, which represents those cameras that never return. And they're from all branches of service. I'll explain the meaning of the items on the chair, beginning with a table. The table is round. It represents our everlasting concern. The tablecloth is white. It represents the purity of their motives when answering to the call to serve. There's a single red rose on the table. The single red rose reminds us of the lives of those Americans who live and their loved ones who keep the faith while seeking answers. The red ribbon symbolizes our continued determination to account for those missing. There's a slice of lemon on that. The slice of lemon reminds us of the bitter faith of those captured and missing in foreign lands. A pinch of salt symbolizes the tears of those who are missing and their families who long for answers. The lighted candle reflects on our hope for their return, dead or alive. The Bible, it represents the strength gained through faith in our country, founded as one nation under God, to sustain those lost from our midst. There's a glass, the glass is inverted, symbolizes our camera's inability to share a toast. Now going back to the chair is empty. They're missing. At this time, I would like to invite you to join me on a moment of silence to honor those who passed or are missing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Benjamin and Rudy. Thank you very much. At this time, we'd like to invite Roberto Gama from U.S. Congressional District 34, Jimmy Gomez's office, to come up and speak to you.
Thank you, Captain Sandoval. And I want to give a big thank you to the Friends of Cypress Park Improvement Association and the Cypress Park Veterans Committee for making this event possible. I want to start off by thanking all of you for being here today. Your commitment in honoring our veterans and remembering those that made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Veterans who cut their lives short so we would never endure a day without freedom, and a freedom that comes at the highest price. But is the reason why the United States of America remains a beacon of hope for the rest of the world. Today is not a day for celebration. Today is a day for remembrance. A day for us to keep our promise to those brave men and women who never returned home from the battlefield. On behalf of Congressman Jimmy Gomez, thank you for letting me be a part of today's ceremony. Veterans, may God bless you, and may God bless the veterans that are not here with us today. Thank you.
Thank you, Roberto. Now we have Fernando Delgado with LA County Supervisor Ila Solis, 1st District.
Good morning, everyone. I'm proud to be here with you on behalf of Los Angeles County Supervisor Hilda Solis to remember and honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Today is a day where we take time as a nation within our communities and within our hearts to pay homage to and recognize the significance of Memorial Day. Over 1.3 million servicemen and women have sacrificed their lives to defend our freedoms over the course of this nation's history. As a proud American and a daughter of immigrants, Supervisor Solis cares deeply for our country, and particularly for those who take the courageous and selfless step to serve in our military. And today we are here together to reflect and pay respect to those who took that selfless step, our nation's heroes. They are our family, our friends, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, our sons and daughters. They are our neighbors in our community. They are veterans like U.S. Army Specialist Carlos Sam Torres, a champion and steadfast advocate for his community. For those of you who have lost a loved one, know that their sacrifice was not in vain, and it was made to protect all of us, in the name of defending our values and what makes us truly all American. Their sacrifice made our freedom possible.